One second. I'll show this. Solicitor, don't read it aloud, please. We are passing it to you on the assumption that you will not read it aloud.
No, no,
Look at the first line.
your lordships had an occasion to.
No, just read only the first line of the first paper. That word begins with the word letter IMP. First line.
Why should it take so much time for you to read it?
I don't think they were very strict, my lord.
In numbered, I just received.
That without the judiciary, there is no other option to control or reduce crime in any country. Who is Justice Krishnaswamy? Maybe Justice Krishna Iyer became Krishnaswamy here. Judge means the person who is empowered by law to give.
Should not.
After equity.
Exactly. They might pull out something like this. Exactly. So, right. Just kidding.
In mind, my lord, that
These
these
are exam-
candidates are going to be the judges.
And these are exams for people to
Judges.
become judges.
That's the consideration which appears to have.
By the previous order of this court, the High Court of Rajasthan was directed to produce in a tabulated form the marks obtained by candidates in law paper 1 bracket civil and law paper 2 bracket criminal, together with the language marks, or together with the marks in the English essay, in respect of candidates who had appeared in both the law papers through the English medium. Responding to the submission of the petitioners that certain candidates had received extremely low marks in the English essay, it was necessary for the squad to prima facie scan the data to indicate as to whether there was any wide variation between the marks obtained in the substantive law papers for which answers were given in English with the answers in the English essay. Full stop. Accordingly, the High Court of Rajasthan has produced a tabulated sheet running into 73 pages in compliance with the order, tabulating the results for those candidates who received 15 or less marks into brackets out of 50 in the English essay examination. Full stop. It must be noted that the disclosure was sought in respect of those who had received less than 15 or less marks in the English essay examination. 15 or less marks out of 50 in the English essay examination. Full stop. Looking at the full stop, after scrutinizing the tabulated, after scrutinizing the tabulation, which has been submitted to the court by the learned Solicitor General, we had also directed the Registrar General is present here, no? Registrar General or Registrar Vigilance?
Additional registrar.
The officials of the Rajasthan High Court who are
Exams.
so we'll say,
Other
the officials of the High Court of Rajasthan who are present before this court to make available the answer sheets in the English essay examination on a random selection based on a comparison of the marks in the substantive law papers and in the English papers. Wherever it appeared that there was a disparity between the comparative grading. Full stop. 7 trunks of answer papers. You need not say that. Peruse the answer sheets which have been placed on the place for the consideration, place for the perusal of for the scrutiny of the court. Full stop. Based on the nature of the answers in the English essay, we have no manner of doubt that there is no prima facie substance. There's no substance even prima facie in the allegation that there was a deliberate low marking in the English essay paper. Stop. Next. The Solicitor General has apprised the court of the fact that that 3 questions were required to be answered in the English essay. Full stop. For all candidates, the first question was assessed by a district judge level officer, while the second and third, while the second question and the third question respectively were directed to be assessed by distinct sets of English, English professors?
Professors, my lord, working in the
English
government.
teachers.
Professors working
English
in government
professors
colleges.
Working in a government college to obviate any disproportionate marking. Full stop. Don't see to obviate disproportionate, to ensure the fairness of the process. Full stop. Based on the tabulated position which has been disclosed before the court, we find no statistical discrepancy of nature that would warrant the invocation of the jurisdiction under Article 32 of the Constitution. Full stop. Besides, as noted above, the marking of the essay does not suffer from an error of a nature that does not suffer from from an infirmity of the sort that would cast doubt on the overall assessment of the English essay answer sheets. So, we therefore decline to entertain these petitions.
Milods, there's one more aspect that we
Milord,
have raised in item 1, Milods.
Yes.
there are marks that have been given in the answer sheet which do not tally with the scorecard that has been published, my lords. We put an instance in our writ petition. In the answer sheet,
In how many people?
we just had one instance from the last examination.
That was previous
Last
year.
examination.
If there is any other individual grievance, in regard to, if any candidate has an individualized grievance, save and except for the issue which has been concluded by this order, my liberty is granted to move the Rajasthan High Court in the exercise of his jurisdiction under Article 226 of the Constitution.
The Lordships may record,
Required number of candidates, they have not been called in ratio of
That
1
we
is
should
to 3.
That also you can,
that is there, my lord.
that you can find. We have only closed this.
No, my lord, there are 222 posts. The advertisement says that we will call 3 times the number of posts, and we have the eligible candidates who are crossing the threshold, which is 3 times 222.
The Secretary General is requesting.
My lords, in the reserve category, that they are not called. In reserve category, 177 students are required to be called. However, 133 are called.
Is permitted to hand, the Secretary General may now hand over the trunks containing the graded answer sheets for the English essay to the team from the Rajasthan High Court, which had produced the files.
Please, grateful.